might have to bounce back out of it. All right, this next story here from Decrypt again. Decrypt, they make it easy for you having the top stories.
They do.
Wow, more woes for Grayscale investors as largest Bitcoin fund hits new all-time low. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust (GBTC) is now trading at a record discount of more than 35% compared to the value of the underlying asset. This article from Andrew Asmakov. Wow, there seems to be no bottom for the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust as shares of the industry's largest Bitcoin fund hit a record discount of 35.18 last Friday. So these shares allow investors to trade shares in trusts that holds pools of Bitcoin, with each share tracking the price of Bitcoin. The purpose is to give traditional investors exposure to the leading cryptocurrency without the need to actually buy and hold the asset itself. And that kind of sums it up where, doomed to fail, however this thing pans out. But that right here, where you're getting exposure to the leading cryptocurrency without the need to actually buy and hold it itself. A cryptocurrency where, it may not go up in price forever as people think. But just keep that in mind. But Jans, what do you think about this Grayscale? More woes for them.
Well, I actually have no problem with Grayscale in general. To be transparent, I have owned GBTC in the past. I do not currently own any GBTC, but in the past I have. And I actually believed in it at one point, as the article says, since its inception in September 2013. GBTC had historically traded at a lofty premium to spot Bitcoin prices, spot meaning actual Bitcoin prices.
Mm-hmm.
For years, this used to be a rather attractive option for investors, even in spite of a hefty 2% annual management fee, because you had the ability to hold it in a traditional investment account, which gave you exposure to Bitcoin through a traditional vehicle. However, there is no redemption mechanism for GBTC, and that traditional arbitrage opportunity, meaning buying a discounted share and then redeeming them for an underlying asset, meaning Bitcoin, at a higher price, is not there. But Grayscale has tried to convert this product into a Bitcoin ETF. And here is where we are back in our normal stance. SEC, what the fuck y'all doing, man? So it's okay for American investors to invest in Bitcoin future ETFs, futures, derivatives. So y'all love derivatives over there at the SEC exchange. But if people wanted an actual spot Bitcoin ETF, you say no, because they do not believe investors can prevent themselves from being attacked by fraudulent and manipulative acts and practices. Why is it always the excuse that we need protection from better products? What's better, a spot Bitcoin ETF or a futures-backed Bitcoin ETF? The only thing that's telling me is that the Chicago Mercantile Exchange is not getting a piece of the pie. Therefore, the SEC has decided, no, we are going to reject all applications for a spot ETF. And I think Shanahan, I think is his name, who's the CEO over at Grayscale. Yeah, Sonnenschein. Excuse me. Let me make sure I say his name correctly. Michael Sonnenschein will continue to leverage all of its resources to advocate for its investors and the equitable regulatory treatment of Bitcoin investment vehicles. I agree with you tenfold, Michael Sonnenschein. The SEC is talking out of both sides of their mouths, saying that they're protecting investors, but also exposing them to more risky investments. It makes absolutely no sense. So if they are going to put us on a mission impossible, well, guess what? Gary Gensler, eat a dick.
Yeah, damn, strong words for Gary. Take note. Yeah, that's SEC always seems to be in the way of what the people want. It's like they're standing in the opposition to the XRP army. the Veritasium army, as well as the Grayscale. So we'll touch on Veritasium and some of the other happenings in crypto, specifically with the SEC lawsuits, rulings as we move on. But let's